from Kronos Core, then she'd take it. Instead of prevaricating, which was obviously irritating the woman anyway, Leo sank onto her unmade bed, set her shaking elbows on her shaking knees, set her heavy head in her hands, and gave the woman every ounce of her attention. "Tell me where to find him." "Promise something first." "Listen, lady, I just got to sleep after puking out my guts all night. I don't even know your name and you're already making demands."
"Amka. Everybody calls me Old Amka."
The woman's pruned face folded into what could have been a smile, or a pained grimace.
"For obvious reasons."
"Okay, Amka. Where can I find him? Where's Campbell Turner?"
"Turner."
Amka blinked.
"Right."
The woman's lined lips worked for a few seconds, her skin folding and unfolding like an origami swan. "What?"
"Need you to promise me something. If I give you his, Turner's location, you've got to fly him out. Now. Before—"
"Fly? Now? I can't fly like this." Leo massaged her temple with one hand. "I can hardly see straight."
"You've got to."
The woman looked out the window again, and Leo realized with a jolt that she wasn't admiring the view. She was looking for something, searching the cloudless sky, anxiety in every deeply etched line of her body.
"Today."
When their gazes met, the woman's dark eyes were so desperate, Leo couldn't look away.
"Right now."
"The last aircraft took off for Anchorage this morning with my teammates on board," Leo said, barely breathing. "No planes here."
"Might have one you can use."
She leaned forward. So did Leo, caught up in this now. Not just the excitement of finally catching a break, but the palpable apprehension that the woman exuded. Something was happening. Finally, a lead in their search for Campbell Turner and the virus.
"Promise you'll pull my godson out. Promise me."
Leo pictured the 53-year-old man she and her team were after, and wondered just how old this woman was. "Campbell Turner's your godson?" Amka met her eyes head-on and held them.
"He's the man you want."
"Why now? Why this very minute? What happened?" And then, as if conjured by the question, a sound reached Leo's ears, so familiar and out of place in the wilds of Alaska that it sent shivers skittering across her overheated skin. She stopped abruptly, head tilted. "Hear that?" Old Amka gave her a funny look before turning to eye the mountains in search of whatever it was she'd heard. A few seconds later, she nodded slowly.
"Doesn't sound like a plane."
"It's not. That's a helicopter," said Leo, her voice hard, sure. "Thought they weren't allowed in the park."
"It's them."
Another wave of chills racked her body. Who? It's who?
"People coming for him."
Shaking her head, old Amka stood and hobbled to the window, where her fingers gripped the sills so hard her umber skin went white at the knuckles.
"My cousin called me from Junio. Now Janet's nosy, so she—"
Cut to the chase. Her shoulders slumped.
"We're too late."
Too late for what? Those were twin turboshaft engines approaching. Leo would know that sound anywhere, no matter how out of place. There weren't all that many reasons for that type of equipment to visit these particular sticks. The only ones allowed were search and rescue aircraft, but she doubted that was what headed their way. Only one entity would send this kind of air power here right now. Kronos Corporation, one of the biggest pharmaceutical companies in the world. Earlier in the year, she and her teammates had just barely survived a confrontation with a Kronos-funded team of scientists and mercenaries tasked with stealing and testing a deadly virus found under the ice in Antarctica. What they still didn't know was what Kronos wanted with the virus, or why the clinical vaccine trials they'd planned to run had been kept secret. Today, there were but 2 known samples of that virus, the one that she and her team had rescued from Antarctica and the one stolen a decade earlier by Campbell Turner. The only certainty in this whole affair was that Kronos would stop at nothing to get a hold of the virus. Now it was up to her team to get to Turner before the other guys. "What happened, Amka? I want details." From the west, the twin engines droned closer, louder, overwhelming in their intensity. The rhythmic thump of rotors